What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Sometimes on Sundays podcast. I am one of your hosts of Vanilla Gorilla. We got here the unicorn in human form. We're without Woobs AKA Woobie if you're nasty this week. So we have his in place or his stand in here, Hattori Hanzo, coming from behind the screen and in front of it today. We have a third guest now coming onto the show, which is awesome. Third, right?
Third.
Oh yeah, this will be our third guest.
Third guest,
for sure. This will be our third guest. Yeah.
So please help us welcome Salem, coming all the way from, is it Canada?
It is.
It is. Welcome, Salem. Welcome. How are you?
Hi, you guys.
Pretty good. Can't complain.
We're good.
So, how did you and Hans actually start talking?
They're stupid DMs.
TikTok, right? TikTok or Instagram?
No.
Right?
Yeah, Instagram.
Social
One of
media.
your stories. I think one of your stories on Instagram for sure.
I feel like it was probably one of my rambling on or one of my TikTok stories. It's just so much.
That's awesome. How long you guys been talking now?
Oh God. I'm so bad. It was a month.
It wasn't long. Probably like a month or so. Yeah.
Yeah, like 3 or 2 months.
Okay.
Nice.
Good vibes. Good vibes. That's the
Yeah.
thing. Like not a weirdo at all. But not like, you know what I mean.
Right.
Yeah.
Not like show me kind of weirdo.
He's weird. He's like reasonably weird.
Exactly.
He's on the level that
I'm not
I can
creepy
vibe
weird.
with weird.
Is there a type of, what's the red flag for like you're gonna walk into or interact with somebody that's
Like
really weird?
If someone asks to see my feet, I'm like, okay, like,
No foot stuff.
like literally, like feet people are just like weird. You're not gonna get a
I
good
agree.
conversation.
I never understood the obsession with feet.
I don't get it. I don't obsession thing. Like I used to webcam for 6 years, and I still understand it. I usually would ask like, what's I just don't get it.
Yeah, it's a strange thing.
Yeah,
It is.
yeah,
Feet are weird.
They are. It's either, but for me, it can only help you if you got decent looking feet, but I'm not going to be doing anything with it.
Right.
You can lose points though if your feet aren't like
Absolutely
taken care of.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like,
for sure.
I'm
Like
not
if
a
you've got
feet
like
guy.
gangly ass like golem feet, like there'd be like,
Yeah,
right.
I'm
And
good
you're
not having
wearing,
that in my mouth.
Open toes and shit.
Yeah. I don't even want to share the same bed sheets. Like I'll burn them or I'll wash them. Like I don't put them on my pillows. Don't do none of
Like
that.
put on these like little like plastics and you enter. You're like that's how you sleep. You're not
Have
allowed
you
to have
ever-
your feet touching anything.
What's the ugliest pair of feet you've seen?
Oh God. Like the dude's toenails. I was like, and I don't understand how they're like, ugh. And I'm like, okay, like the dude's toenails are his toes, and he was just like, it was just the grossest. They look like gargoyle feet. It was just so gross, and it was just I can't. And his two toes, like they were webbed together too, so it was
Oh my god, that's so weird.
Were you dating this?
web feet.
I mean, no.
No, like it's just this guy on webcam. I'm like, he showed us about his feet, and I was like, you shouldn't be. There's no reason to be about these feet, but all right. God. I've seen some ugly feet in my day. Like I just
I'm not a fan of men wearing sandals.
Yeah, especially
like,
in restaurants.
it depends on the kind of.
Fuck that.
Yes, okay, kind of sandals though. Like there's got to be like there's those ones I can rock with. I don't know why, but I like this like the dad sandals with like I don't know. Like I just feel like you're built for speed. But if you're flop, or like they got the little toe thong thing.
What about Crocs?
And socks? Hey, I
See,
love
Crocs,
Crocs.
they hide the feet though. They hide the actual like
Yeah.
the ugliest part of the foot.
Yeah.
Like you can get away with a heel, you know. But
They
once
hide
those
the
toes pop up,
fucking horrible part of it. They censor. It's a like basically. But I like Crocs. I used to be a veterinary assistant. We were allowed to wear, and I was like, "Yo, these are actually like bomb. They're so comfy." But I don't own a pair. Like they're comfy, but I just pair yet.
we were giving George shit earlier, you know, about wearing Crocs.
Yeah,
we thought he had given up on life.
Yeah,
not quite.
Wearing them,
so
outside
he needed the
setting.
confidence boost to know that Crocs are okay.
You're like, what for my feet?
If it makes you feel better, George, I have a pair of Crocs.
Yeah.
In fact, actually, the last time I was here, I wore Crocs.
It's like
you know
Crocs
what? I think you did work.
You're like, I've got a pair of them, and I love Crocs.
To be fair, I only wear these at home. I don't really wear them out. So they're
There
like
are
just
Crocs,
house shoes. You know?
They bedazzle them. There's a Crocs store in Canada that actually you can go and buy like different little charms for them. I'm like,
little pins and stuff, right?
Yeah, like you go hardcore. Like
my kids have them.
Well, that's cute. See that?
Yeah, it's got little
I
like Lightning McQueen
cute
or
for
like
kids.
Power Ranger. Yeah.
Okay,
they're
that's
like little charms you just stick inside the holes or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh. Wouldn't know at all.
You wouldn't know this because you're not a Croc.
I'm not a Croc guy.
I don't like speaking foreign languages to me. Like Croc,
yeah,
what?
pretty much. Yeah, I just thought he looked like somebody that was working in the kitchen at Noodles and Company.
I don't think they have holes in them though. That's just not unsanitary, you know. That's why I don't like people wearing like flip flops at restaurants.
Yeah,
I fucking it upsets me. Like I think I get visibly upset.
Yeah, that should count as no shoes. The no shoes, no socks, no shirt, no service type of thing.
Yeah, but then people consider them shoes. Like they walk into fucking Applebee's or whatever with fucking flip flops.
I agree.
And you're like, I don't want to see that shit.
I agree.
I don't need to see your toes while I'm eating my toe. I don't like it
Yeah.
when a guy dresses up really nicely and then you look down flip flops. It's like what? The fuck?
Yeah.
And flip flops.
That's-
It's weird. I've seen
yeah.
that. Absolutely not.
Makes sense.
There are some other weird fashion trends that are out there, like
the big boots, the Kanye boots.
Oh yeah, those are gross.
Oh, what are they called? What are those things called again? No. Are that's what it's called? Is it? I don't know. I'm not up to the trend. They look so bad. There's no way I'm going to spend like what are they or more on these like boots that just look absolutely and they look just absolutely atrocious.
You know what I'm not a big fan of?
What?
Like one thing is to have like fake lashes. It looks cool, right? It looks nice sometimes. But when they're like too big,
yo,
and just, like, you're just blinking
me
and
and my girlfriend were talking to the point where they're just like past your like each you want, but like doesn't that affect like your eyelid move muscle? I would think everybody they always look so dopey eyed at that point. Like look at my fucking 30-inch.
A lot of weight
lashes.
in the eye.
They're like
they're working out.
Eyes anymore. They just look like caterpillars.
They're
true.
casting,
like
the wind is
thing.
flapping.
You ever see them like going on like a roller coaster or in like a boat ride and they're fucking their shit's just going all over the place?
Yeah, they're adding wind resistance.
It's like just slowing down the actual roller coaster.
I seen a video of a chick like sticking her face out the window and you're just like absolutely going all over the place. I was like, yo, they stayed on though, so like using. That's prime.
I think some trends it's like the girls don't do it for the guy. It's more like it's a competition amongst themselves. Like the booty or the lashes or the nails. Like they gotta be like
it's like the nails is crazy.
Like what do they do for us? Nothing. That's not for us. That's for them and their girls.
Like when we do things like when we get ourselves done up, it's definitely like at all. There's no way that I'm gonna spend like 6 hours to get myself ready. Saying that's just an extreme amount of time, but like I'm not doing it for a dude. It's just rock to music and everything like that. But nails, and you absolutely atrociously busted right now. But like, I go to the gym and I work do the nails. I have a girlfriend that has like super long nails, anything, but she's like so nimble with them, just like a little ninja. What?
I'm always curious on how they pick stuff up.
How they, like it's got to be okay. I'm sure you could wipe your ass, but I'm sure it's a little difficult. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's got to be poop in there. There's got to be poop in there now.
Yeah, like one thing is for it
can't confirm or deny that.
I can't.
I'll ask my girlfriend next
Yeah, a
time.
little scrape, a little scoop of shit there. You know, when you wipe, it's not
Or-
right.
You got to take a.
Or maybe they okay. Like I'm just saying, you can order them off of Amazon. Those things are spectacular.
I got you.
Just take a little.
Everybody
Clorox
should
head.
have a bidet.
Yeah.
Literally.
I agree.
But
Bidets are
honestly,
amazing.
they're like the best things ever. They're not in every freaking household.
Yeah.
So how long have you? How long have you been streaming now? Like,
Okay, so I started webcamming in 2017. So before that, I used to work at a machine shop. Back in 2016, like the oil industry crashed, and so my piece. I'm like, fuck, man. Like, I have a mortgage. What the fuck? And, like, there's no jobs. Like, I'm applying everywhere. Like, why don't you try webcamming? And I'm like, what the fuck is that? So, like, at first, I didn't know what I was doing. I was like, I've never been on. Super introverted. And I was like, this is okay. Well, no one can on the camera. Like, no one's in front of me. So okay. So even then, having like pasties on, and I wouldn't show anything. And then, like, 6 months into it, I was like, yo, this is dope. I was like, if I can just paste these off, I'm like, let's do this. I did that for up until about 3 days, the OnlyFans thing. Because I was like, you know, every day, that'd be dope. You know, like, it's exhausting. Exhausting some days, right? Like, you literally are sitting there, like entertaining. Or thankfully for me, a lot of people came in to my room just to see. I mean, obviously in body parts too, but like at the end of the day, they like my personality and shit. So, saying, and I haven't been able to. I haven't had a webcam almost 2 years. Like periodically, I would pop on just to be like, "Hey, what's up, guys?" But even now, I'm just like, I don't even want to do that. I don't have to do that. And then I do TikTok now too. I don't get paid for it, but it gives me revenue to my other sites. So
Gotcha.
and it's
so
fun.
it's like an advertising platform for your
Yeah,
OnlyFans.
it is.
How, speaking of advertising, like how hard is it to market yourself out there? Because like basically, I know like all social media is like demonizing the whole sex work thing. So it's just kind of like
right. But here, and then you get like Tommy Lee, his like horse the other day on like Instagram and everywhere. Like he was up for like 6 or 8 hours, wasn't it? And like how? Like what the heck is that? You know, it's to me. But I when I first started TikTok, and I was just like, well, I know I want to be on here, so I started trying to get people involved, and I was like, this is not me. I don't want to do this trap videos. I'm like, this is kind of cringe for some reason. And plus, my videos kept getting taken down. They're like, oh, community guys really following the guidelines, but it's you know, I myself very PG, and then people can be like, oh, she's hilarious. Oh, okay. This is awesome. Like, sweet. So that's when I was just like, I'm just gonna do my comedy side on TikTok. Pretty easy now because I found my niche of like what to do. Sure. Anymore, I'm like, if you take my video down, it's whatever. But gave a shit about like everything, and now I just don't. The less you care about people like judging you, the better things are.
it seems like there's a lot of like models who tend to go to show another side of their personality on TikTok.
You have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they seem to just kind of like either just kind of just route the traffic over to Instagram, which eventually leads to the chili pepper site.
I love that. I thought to use that now. You have to ping pong ball thingies where it's just like, okay, so come here, go here. People that really want to find that, like men like to hunt, right? Leading a trail of like where to go. It's like, oh, go here and then here. It's like, oh, there it is. You know, so like, oh, and Reddit. I have Reddit too. Reddit, you can do whatever on there.
Yeah, Reddit. As prude as other social media
for a while. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Reddit's doing God's work.
Yes.
It literally is. Like, it's like, oh, no community guidelines. Well, there are, but it's like, don't blur your background out. You can just show everything background. It's like, all right, cool.
As long as there's not like hate speech or like too much violence on there, it should be. You
can't have hate speech when you're doing that anyways. But like, yeah, there's like obviously things that you're not supposed to do, things like that, which is, I mean, shouldn't be doing it anyways.
True. Don't be a dick on the internet.
Yeah.
So you were saying,
exactly. Don't be a dick.
You were saying about a lot of people were coming in and check out your artwork on your body. Is that correct?
Like on cam?
Yeah.
Yeah, like everybody would come into my room and first it would be like, oh, this hot tattoo chick, and then it'd be like, oh, you're actually hilarious. Cam, I would play games too, but I'd find like the most ridiculous game was one where it's called Wet-Head. I don't have the fucking toy. It looks like a construction cap with like this weird ass little thing on top, and like guys would tip for it, so I'd spin it and then you'd pull the thing, water on you or not, and it's just like this stupidest game, but people would be like, whoa, like, oh, this shit is hilarious, and then I'd work to my goal of like being at the end of that, but like it was just fun to have that interaction, and it's like that I didn't want to be like sexual, so that's all I would do is play games, and so that was pretty cool.
That's nice. That's pretty dope.
Like more interact. For sure.
Yeah, that's pretty slick. When you started the OnlyFans, you said you were pretty reserved, and then like 6 months in, you started like kind of just letting loose.
What's that? That was a cam thing.
Oh, the cam thing. Sorry,
that was webcamming.
Yeah, webcamming.
Like I didn't know what it was like to be and having like guys to be like, oh, things and stuff, and it's like, wait, what? And it's just like kind of fun, right? And like you develop this like almost alter ego. When performers on stage, they have their alter ego, and so like I would be and like flowing with it, and plus I was in a relationship at the time, helped me get into it, and he was just like, you can do it, kind of like, I want to be like respectful to like you, and I don't overboard, you know what I mean? But he's like, no, it's good, do this, and he's like cheering me on to do it, and I was like, you know what, actually enough. Like, I know the internet's forever. Like I'm aware of that. I know that it's forever. And I was like, man. And in turn, like, it made me more confident too, because like, keyboard warriors in a webcam site is people ever. Like, nobody can troll me how a webcam have tried to troll me. And I'm like, you guys like literally sign up to like hurt someone's feelings. So build your confidence, like, oh yeah, like, and at first I would like, get heated and be like, fuck, but then I just started being like, I've heard that insult. If you show on, I'll show you my boobs, or I'd like, razz them back, know what I mean? And they'd be like, fuck you. Like Timmy O'Toole in your mom's basement. Like, come on, what are you gonna do? And they're like, fuck you, you fucking dumb bitch, and it's like monster camp and then living in your mom's basement, probably haven't showered in 3. Like, you're gonna tell me what's up? No, absolutely not.
Yeah, fuck that.
But yeah, after that, like, what?
I don't know. Go ahead.
After that, yeah, I just like found myself, the community that I like started to get to know, like, was really rad too, thing like that, and the like sex industry community, if you find the right side of it, it's pretty badass. There is in it because it's competitive and very, very oversaturated. If you find that right group, it's just like it's like a family. Pretty cool.
Really? Okay. I gotta figure, because I know you guys tend to do a lot of collaboration with each other. At least when you find the right partner. Yeah,
like I've done a couple, but for me, I'm mostly just like, and it's just for me, like with sex in general. I mean, back in the day, it's a different story from Salem back in the day, but like that was a learning. For me, intimacy needs to be like emotionally, like random hookups to me, or even just doing content with people I'm not like a do. It's not for me.
Okay, makes sense. So, out of curiosity, now that we're on the subject of relationships,
Yeah.
when you do have a significant other in your life, like at what point, or when you start dating somebody, what date do you tell them, like, hey, listen, this is my day job, by the way?
Oh, on the first date.
Okay.
Even like when we're first talking, like when we're first talking, it'll be like work. You know, it's the like interview process of getting to know anyone in the dating world. It's like age, sex, location. Like, what do you do? And like, what do you do? And I'm like, well, I used to webcam and I do OnlyFans. 99% of the time, they'll be like, that's badass. That's awesome. Till they get into the situation of being in a relationship with someone or in the sex industry, it takes a strong-minded person to us a job, even as open and as like just a job. I mean, like it's still the fact that you're like online to other people, and like some people just have it. But like it's interesting when some people are like, yeah, I can't. It's like I'm out. I can buy. It's like it's fair enough. Like fair enough, dude.
Yeah. Deuces.
Open about it. Like I've had friends, like I've had girlfriends that have been into different situations where they're like doing more than they haven't told their boyfriends. I'm like, dude, like that's not something you need to. Industry workers have it hard enough. So when like you're being shaded us. Plus, I wouldn't want to have that like hidden from me. You know what I mean? Like, well, I want to be able to have the experience of like knowing if I want to with it or not, or like ask questions. But for me, I know it's just okay, cool. That's what you want to do? That's cool. The money's really good. Played.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
How many subscribers do you have?
At this present moment, I have what was it last? I had 2,000, but it fluctuates every month, right? So one thing I try to tell people when they get into the industry, especially with like OnlyFans, fan count, like is gonna fluctuate like a stock market. Like
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like perverts usually just sign up for a month, but it's one person that'll be like, yay, and then they multiply. But it takes a group of people, right?
Yeah.
I think it'd be dope if somebody was like taking their clothes off and they were helping other people build their resumes at the same time. Like they were reviewing resumes, you know, and then they'd probably get, like if it was somebody that was super attractive and they're like, I'll help you do your resume and I'll do it while I'm nude, they probably get like,
oh yeah, like
have you ever
like maids and stuff or whatever, right?
Yeah, like for anything, they just review and rewrite resumes for people, and if they're of the attractive nature or whatever, and then people will come like, oh man, not only is he or she hot, but man, he did this fuck out of my resume,
right?
Man.
Like
I'm getting all
what a great job.
Yeah, exactly.
Have you ever heard the term Rule 34?
No.
Yeah, if there's a
if it exists, there's porn of it.
Yeah, say that again.
If it exists, there's porn of it.
Yeah.
So I'm sure
100%. If you can think it exists. Oh my! Do you want to hear the?
Damn, so I'm not the first go-to-market guy with this.
I'm sure there's someone doing that. You just have to search real. That's a really niche type thing. So you just have to search real deep and hard.
Yeah, I bet you they would.
Throw yourself out there on Pornhub Live or something.
It's gotta be like all sorts of stuff out there, man. Just fashion porn.
There's everything. Like there's everything. There was this one weird, also the coolest interaction I've had. So like on webcams, like go private, right? And it's just one-on-one. So this guy, okay, so like I'm gonna turn my camera on, but like you can't laugh at me. Like it I just need you to encourage me to like off, but like don't laugh at me. And I was like, okay, dude, like persona. I'm like, yeah, man, it's totally fine. Just come into the camera. So and it's like a blank wall, and I'm like, you're not in frame, dude. He's like, okay, I'm gonna come into the frame right now, but just don't. Okay, like at this point now, I'm like, yo, what the fuck is he wearing? Like, and then he comes into frame and he's wearing, and it's a good cosplay, like expensive, the whole costume. Oh, like he's out of just comes in frame like this, And he's got the gloves on and everything, and he cut like a hole for his wiener.
Oh my god.
Was it green?
Was it green?
It wasn't, and I think it's because like
Oh.
obviously the friction would have like. So I'm thinking that's the only reason it wasn't green, because I was like, oh come on man, like green. But anyways, he was
use like grease paint to like
Right, something blue. Like, you gotta commit.
All right.
You
The other
gotta
question
commit.
is,
Yeah.
was he anatomically correct to the Hulk, or was he Bruce Bannering it?
He was Bruce Bannering it. It definitely was not. It wasn't. But like he told me, he was just like, okay, I need you to encourage me to say it. He's like, I need you to say these words, and I was like, oh, okay. He's like,
Hulk smash? Is that what it was?
Hulk smash?
yeah. He's like Hulk smash, and I was like yeah, man, Hulk smash. Like you're the first girl that didn't make fun of me. I'm like, dude, that's creative. My question is like, do you have other costumes? Like, is this person like, is this like do you like Marvel, DC? Like, that's my like, what the fuck else do you dress up like?
Yeah, he's probably dressing up like Spider-Man, spraying his web everywhere.
Right? Like you would think, right? And
Yeah.
energy that went into that, I was like, dude, like, how did you think when you watched the Hulk? And then he's like, I'm gonna be the Hulk. Into, like,
what was it? What was it?
fetishes.
But you gotta paint your genitalia, in my opinion. Like you have to paint it green.
You gotta commit.
Dude, like
Yeah.
honestly, you have to. That was the one thing that was like out of everything. I was like, I mean, I'm disappointed. Whatever. Next time, do better, buddy.
I was gonna ask you too. Do you see like furries, like furry stuff?
Oh god, yeah. I mean, like I've seen. When I say I've seen it all, I've seen it all, and like some things I wish I didn't see. Certain things that I'm like, yo, I did not need to experience that. That's thing. Like when people put things up their behind and come out, like there's things that I don't want to see. I mean, like, hey, I'm getting paid for it, but there's still like,
you just sit there and smile and nod.
Now. Yeah, exactly. But there'd be times that I'm like, it ends the fucking conversation. I'm like, I can't. I cannot eating your crispy crunch there. That's just absolutely not my no.
What's your hard pass? Like hard. Like I can't.
Anyone doing like scat play?
Ooh.
It.
Mm-mm.
Why is that even a thing? I just again with the feet in the thing, just can't do it. It's just too much. I just
Scatting
that
feet.
and like
Getting feet.
I'm not someone who's
Those are you.
into that and like role playing, like brother sister. A lot of incest requests online, like incest.
Really?
It's like yes, it's fucking just frightening. Where you're like,
Are they
You have
asking
to
you
have
to be your
a
pretend to be
yeah.
their sister?
yeah, they'll be like, can you be
That
my
is
sister? I'm like,
awkward as
That's
like step. They're like, no, like sister or like mommy stuff, and I'm like, it's not like good stuff. It's like, be my mom, and I'm like, what?
like, okay, go clean your
not.
room.
Yeah, exactly.
So feet, scat, and incest. Those are your three bugaboos.
and also like bestiality stuff. Like, I mean, it's simply basic understanding of like, don't be a fucking.
Yeah.
Do you own any animals?
I can't. She's sleeping on the
Do you have
floor
any
right now.
pets? Oh.
Cat, dog?
No, it's Bella. She's a 9-year-old. Oh my god, what is she again? American Bulldog and Pit Bull mix.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
I thought it was just a pit bull.
Yeah,
She's
she's a mixy one.
We got Thor over here with us.
Yeah, he's not in frame though. You might
He's
see his. You might see his
He's
butt.
like he's out of frame.
Yeah.
Adorable.
Actually, yeah, you actually might see his butt there, but that's about it.
Yeah.
It's always like
You'll definitely hear him
put their
snoring
butts in frame.
eventually.
That's like Bella. I'm surprised she just looks like she's just completely in a comatose. And she's no guy that I've ever dated. I'm like, yo, dude, like, chill.
Nice.
Before you, I know you've been talking a lot lately about your. I guess you had some past struggles over the past year or something like that.
Oh God, yeah. Well, my mental health. I have borderline personality disorder, and I have like just a plethora of everything and depression. Just just a mixture of all the lovely fun things, and it all stemmed from the fact of like years ago, I never dealt with the issue that caused all of this. So like basically every other relationship or every other situation I put my basically trying to deflect and ignore by like using someone else, basically being like, oh, I can try to fix it, internally dying. Like, and it just came to a catalyst almost a year ago. I was just like, my head was just like completely just out of it. And even 6 months ago, where it really started to go down, and it's just like I was not able to like do anything. It got to the point that I was trying to check out, kind of thing. So I was like, it's kind of like I use laughter for nerves and stuff, but like the fact that I had headspace to the point where I was writing suicide notes and self-harm issues too. And it was like every day, self-harming every day. I just didn't want to be here. And it no specific reason triggered it. It was just like all that years of was just like
yeah.
You can't run from it. That's the thing, like you can't run from those days. And it's like it doesn't matter where you could be having the best day, and then it just like, that perfect storm.
In a sense, you can run from it for just so long, but it's just like as if you're running with a bungee cord attached to yourself. Like the farther you run, the farther it's going to snap back. Like I know exactly what you mean. I've kind of been there before. Obviously, not in the same journey, but like that mindset, I know what you're talking about.
So, like, how did you go? Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say. So, how were you able to kind of get yourself out of it? Did you have like friends or a significant other, a partner that was supporting you, helping support you, or did you go like to therapy, working out? What helped you?
So started like about a year ago, a little. Okay, I need to try to do something. So I started going, but for me, I don't know, like going to like an actual like therapist and a psychologist and like psychiatrist, and it just like felt very sterile, and it wasn't. I didn't feel like I was out of it, like, and I tried different therapists, and it just felt very, you know what I mean? Like that's what they do. It's just like, I didn't.
I had the same problem.
Yeah, like I wasn't feeling like I was feeling like any kind of like personal gain from. Like it made me even more upset because I'm like, why is this not working? Treating me even more. And they're like, oh, let's try to put you on medication, and I don't want up and down, don't care, feel kind of medication. And I'd rather the place than feel nothing at all.
Yeah.
Right.
So after that low depression in December, so I don't know what it was. It was just like clicked in me where I was like just hold on a little bit longer, just hold on a little bit. And I think it always stems down to the fact that like pets in my life, and I think it's because of the fact that like and I can't if I check out, who's going to take care of them? So my thought process is like I can't do that. I have Bella. She's going to be scared. She's going to be like, what the fuck? Where's my mom? Like I shelter, she's my baby.
Yeah.
And it about 2.5 months ago, I've always had this girl named Azaria, and she's like this most coach I've ever met, and she's also someone that heals like your traumas, and she's into like yoga and like stuff that I'm into, and I'm like, I need to do this. Like I messaged her and I was like, yo, like I need to do this now. It was like one of those moments like now, like it's not gonna happen. I'm just gonna continually go down the road. So then I got with her, and 2 months, like it's night and day. Before it just like when I think about it now, I'm just like it was just like I just can't correlate with that mindset anymore.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good that you were able to find somebody to kind of help you guide through it. You know, it's a great thing actually, because so many people don't ever really find that outlet to actually help kind of pull them out of that funk, and they either
it's
go
hard.
on with it or
it is hard. I mean,
it's so hard to get out of a depressive low.
Oh, for sure. Like, this is probably gonna be the first time you guys are gonna hear about this, but like, you guys remember when I had that stroke about like 2 years ago, right?
Yeah.
So, about 2 weeks when I was into the hospital, I was working with my occupational therapist, and she was literally, because my left. So, for context, my left side was completely useless. I couldn't walk. I couldn't really move this arm very much, and like it was just completely useless. And I remember my occupational therapist being in the room with me, and she was literally teaching me how to put on my fucking shoes, my pants, and my shirt. Shit I've been doing for fucking 36 years. And I had to be retaught all this shit because there's an order of operations to this, right? And I remember I was struggling with my left shoe because I'm doing this all with my one hand, right? And I remember breaking down in fucking tears because I'm thinking in my mind, this is my fucking life moving forward. Like, I'm not going to be, I can't, I'm useless to every fucking buddy. I'm useless to my friends. I'm going to be useless to my wife. I'm going to be useless to my job. So I'm going to lose my job, be even more useless to my wife, useless to my parents who really need me now at this point. And it got to the point where I want to say I literally was fucking planning out my fucking suicide. Probably the following week. Like, it got to the point like I was going to kill myself over by DuPage River. Like, that's where I was planning on fucking doing it. So that way nobody would know. Nobody that knew me found me. It would be an authority figure or a stranger that would just find me. But nobody that knew me would find me. They'll just get the closure that I'm dead. I'm gone. It's over with. And then that's about it. So, yeah, like I get being in that dark spot for sure.
It's such a frustration when you're like working, your body is working, and like obviously I haven't had it in such an extreme as you did through it, but it's so frustrating when your mind is fucking with you, body is like fighting against you, and you're like, yo, like let's work together. Like, why is this going on? Like, come on. Like,
I've always called my stroke my mind's greatest betrayal. Like,
yeah, she told me that. I remember that was like one of the first things we were talking about. I was like positive outlet to think about instead of just being like this, blah, 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 you know what I mean? Like, but you turned it in such a positive mannerism. You're like the first person that I know that is like, I'm like, yeah, I had a stroke. It's like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I got you.
Obviously, when like, fuck this shit.
Yeah, for sure. It was definitely a wake up call.
Well, I'm glad you did, huh? I'm glad you did.
Yeah, what helped you get through it?
I don't know what made me snap out of it. Maybe medication might have helped because like Salem, I agree 100% with like therapists. I hated dealing with shrinks. I dealt with shrinks when I was a fucking teenager. I hated dealing with shrinks when I was adults. There was a very rare time that I could find anybody that I could actually be remotely comfortable with talking to.
Yeah.
So I didn't really want to deal with a psychologist or a counselor. And medication, I tried it once as an adult. And I didn't like how I felt. Like, there was just a roller coaster of just emotions.
Yeah.
I am on antidepressants now. And I don't know if that helped, but it did just take me a while. I think it was just because even when I got out of the hospital, like, and I started living with my parents, like I was even distancing myself from my parents because like it was all on the same floor, so it was just easy for me to access everything as opposed to like just being at my house. When I was there at my parents, like even I was kind of like distanced with my parents at some point because I just was so frustrated with just what the fuck was going on with my body.
Of course.
I think probably what may have snapped me out of it was just that one day like my arm like did what I wanted it to do.
It gave you a little bit of like, hey, and you're like, oh.
Yeah, no, like I remember waking up one morning and like I was stretching just out, and then like my arm actually stretched out too, and I was just like, oh shit, okay. And I was trying to do it again, and it didn't do it again, but I was just like, all right, well, maybe all is not lost.
That's strange.
Like when you're not thinking or putting any effort into it, it's just like your body it's just like, oh, so wait a minute, am I putting too much focal point on this? My body out instead of just letting it just kind of like heal. Yeah, that's amazing because I definitely.
I also did kind of go down like a spiritual journey at that point, just kind of just rediscovering myself and just kind of just like trying to just figure out like, like, is this really the end of the fucking world? Like, do you really need to off yourself at this point? Like,
right?
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's just like when you actually go through that moment, you're like, wait a minute, no, it's okay. It's just I just need to relearn life.
You just it's hard for anyone to hear this and then understand what it means until you've actually gone through it. That suicide is a permanent solution to a temporary problem.
Giving me goosebumps. Exactly. 100%. And like even like the thought process of even getting into that head, holy cow, like if I've attempted before and I thankfully, but like the fact that like it always gets, that's the thing when I'm like, that's why I'm so open about my mental health, even like days that I'm like, like I want to be able to like post it, don't feel alone. And they're like, okay, so this isn't just a me thing, like I have to feel ashamed about this. Like that's why like I love getting DM'd to actually help me get to that point of like wanting to do therapy or like not alone. And I'm like, good, because you're not like is a thing, and it's so hard to like get into a good program. I mean,
yeah, for sure. Like you definitely just need, and I think it would also help just having a support system of friends just coming by, because I had friends come by. I'm a big gamer, so I had friends come by bringing a what's it called, MMO type mouse, so that way I could do everything with one hand. While I was like, trying to learn how to use like a keyboard.
Keyboard and a mouse.
Yeah, so I play PC games mostly. So yeah.
Awesome. I was like, yo, that's thinking in my brain.
Yeah. Okay. I was gonna text you.
Gotcha. Be right back.
Yep.
Go ahead. You guys keep going.
Yeah, I got you. But yeah, I think it was also helpful to have a nice support system. I was still having like panic attacks. Like I remember when my brother.
Sure, you would.
Yeah, when my brother and his family finally came over, like I didn't want to get out of the room, and I was texting my wife, letting her know like I'm having a panic attack. I don't want to talk to anybody. Like,
yeah. So I feel like I'm dying.
Yeah, pretty much.
Panic attacks.
I feel like I'm dying. So.
Oh man, it's the worst feeling, especially when you like, not today, please. Like I was having such a why today.
Yeah. I guess I just didn't want them to see me that way. That's why I was kind of like,
that makes sense. So used to me. 100%.
Yeah. So, but I get it. Like I do like to let people know that like they're not alone in that, because I mean this is like mental illness is just a silent disease for sure. Like nobody
high blood pressure.
Essentially, but I mean like it's.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it. Like I remember there was this kid. She was in the Navy, and she had gotten hit by an explosive for sure, and she got shrapnel in her knee. And she had an honorable discharge from the military because of that. And the way she was messaging me, she messaged me about something else, but then I was asking how she was doing. She explained to me what happened with the military, because I asked her if she was still in the military, and the way she was talking made it sound like she was in a pretty fucking dark place.
Right.
And I had to let her know that like, hey, listen, I mean, I always tell this to anybody, like I may not have gone through your journey, but I know that dark place you're at, and you just need to hold out a little bit longer. That's all you need to do. So
yeah, I've lost friends to suicide too, and it's just like so hard when you like, oh, if you would have just given us that one. But we also don't know what they were going through internally either, right? Like what was what I could have gone through, someone else probably would have a day in my shoes, you know? So it's just, that's why like I wish outlets for people with mental health issues or anything like that. It's so hard.
No, yeah, for sure.
I'm glad you got out of your dark.
I don't know how to transition out of this. I have no transition out of this.
Mary fuck kill.
Yeah,
we've got right a little dark.
Yeah,
right. You're like, oh.
Yeah, I'm like, all right, let's just.
Probably should at least like another.
I'm sorry you guys went through that. Hope you guys are okay.
You're like, let's go through another topic.
Yeah. Like,
if anything, I'm really fucking morbid about the whole fucking thing anyway. So.
well, I was gonna, and I was gonna say this in jest, but I didn't want to like get backlash on like half the other shit I say sometimes. But
if I'm okay with it, you can say
okay, because when you were saying, oh, you lost, movement in half your body, and you're like, I was contemplating killing myself and throwing myself in the river.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to interject and say, but how you only had movement of half your body?
Well, I was a righty anyway. So.
Oh my god!
The hand was working.
I was like, what were you gonna do? And then when you said, "Oh, I had gamer friends and all that," I'm like, I was gonna play video games. Like, but you only had movement of half your body. And I'm like, where is this? Where can I throw this in and not have?
You're like
a complete fucking asshole. Not that I want any of that to happen to you, but I was like, we got to get this on the
if it brings you some comfort again, the important hand was working.
No, that's good. I mean, the important hand, that's good that the important hand was working. You gotta,
the good one was working,
That's my strong hand.
Yeah, that's
strong hand.
And the middle leg was still working for sure, too.
All right.
Dude, yeah.
Good.
You need those endorphins. You got to get through it. Yeah.
Definitely.
So, George you had a murder fuck kill?
Yeah.
I actually got one, too.
Marry, fuck, kill.
Marry, fuck, kill?
Oh,
it's the same thing. Murder, fuck, kill, marry.
Either way, you're done.
Yeah.
Marry
I don't
one,
have
fuck one, kill one.
Yeah. I figured we were gonna all pick somebody for her to marry, fuck, or kill.
I have
I
groups of people to marry, fuck, kill, but
I'm gonna say mine is Danny DeVito.
All right, we'll go through the. No, you go with all three.
No, I don't have it 3 in mind.
You don't have.
Okay.
So what about Joe? Okay,
my idea was just.
My friend gave me one. She was just like, "Would you?" Okay, so it's Ross Handler and what's the other one's name? Oh my god, marry one, fuck one, kill one.
Joey.
Fuck Ross, because I need to know. He's a little bit weird. There'd be something there. Like he's into some weird shit. I'd kill.
Wait, who? I'm sorry. Say that one.
Ross from Friends.
Oh, Ross from Friends. Okay.
Yeah.
Marry Joey and then what? Fuck Chandler or kill Chandler?
So like I'd fuck Ross, kill Chandler, because it's Joey.
Yeah, that's an easy one.
It's an easy one. All right, you and the Golden Girls.
Me and the Golden Girls.
Marry, fuck, kill. There's 4 of them though.
Yeah,
right?
there are.
All right, let's leave sweet old Betty White.
Betty White. Yeah. Leave Betty White out of this one. She is a saint.
Yeah.
She's a saint.
Who's the?
You hear me? My mother.
Promiscuous? I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't remember their names.
No, I think it was Blanche.
Blanche. Okay, Blanche.
Yeah,
Blanche was then the tall lady.
The
mean
she was
one.
like
B. Arthur. B. Arthur was the tall one. I'm killing her. She seems so pessimistic.
Yeah, she was.
And
like,
then
tough.
The old lady. I'll marry the old lady. I forget her name. Ma.
Ma.
Yeah. No, Ma. But yeah.
Oh, man.
Go ahead. You got one?
All right. So here's one I think I'll resonate with you. Like I said, it's groups of people. Technically, they're bands.
Okay.
So, murder, fuck, kill. Metallica, Pantera, or Slayer.
Okay. Oh my god.
You living in Utah?
Yeah, let's pretend we live in Utah.
So I would kill Metallica. No, wait. Let me think. Wait. No.
No. Let's stick with it.
No.
Oh, really? Okay.
No, because I'd marry Metallica. I tried to meet them in a heavy MTL, and they were douche, and then fuck Pantera. They were douchebags. They were acting 3 hours late for their meet and greet, and like signed for and like left. And the last person that they left on was a kid was like, yeah, and they were like,
what?
Wow.
That's kind of like Charles Barkley spitting on that kid way back in the 90s. You didn't know? You know Charles Barkley? Yeah, he spit on a kid in the 90s. My buddy was just reminding me about that last night. We were talking about it.
Sad.
I heard a story of
ew.
Yeah, he just full on loogied him.
I heard a story of Will Chamberlain doing it.
What's
Not
that?
to a kid. Will Chamberlain.
Yeah, basketball players, they could be jerks, man.
He was in there's a story I heard that he was in an elevator and some guy walks in and looks at him. He's like, oh, how's the weather up there?
No, he
fucking spit on him. He goes, it's raining.
Oh my god! I mean, like,
yeah.
That's a pretty good comeback, though.
Yeah.
comeback. That's a good comeback. But spitting on someone, like, come on.
That's fucked up.
I'm gonna ask you. All right, for you, I'm gonna go off your Danny DeVito.
I was gonna say Danny DeVito. What's the guy's name from that played Professor X?
Patrick Stewart.
Patrick Stewart, and I don't know. Name another one.
I was my thing would. I got a group, so you kind of got
Maybe
it.
Rourke?
We'll go with Danny DeVito, Patrick Stewart, and I don't know.
Sylvester Stallone.
No, not Sylvester Stallone.
That's an easy out.
Yeah.
Okay, Charles Barkley.
Charles Barkley.
Charles Barkley. All right, let's hear it.
Wait, is the question to her?
Yeah.
okay.
Is it- oh, I thought you were talking
Yeah,
to
no.
him.
No,
Okay,
I'm
so-
not doing that. No.
Oh, you don't want to admit who you fuck?
Yeah.
Well, if I had to, I mean, I'll answer it. Who
Who are they again? It's
It's
Danny
Patrick
DeVito,
Stewart.
Patrick Stewart, and Charles Barkley.
I'm killing Barkley if I'm. I'm killing Barkley.
Why?
Well, out of the two, who am I gonna have the most fun with?
Yeah.
And I think honestly, I'll
I
have
know.
the most romantic time with Patrick Stewart.
I agree.
I was literally told
I
Danny
feel like Patrick Stewart.
DeVito. I'd
He's a
fuck
gentleman.
Barkley, and then I would marry because he'd be a sweetheart. You can tell
True. Yeah.
he's just a sweetheart. You know, he'd
I
fine
feel like
dine
Patrick
you
Stewart would be a
in so many
gentleman.
ways.
Yeah, of course.
A lot of
United.
a lot of spooning in that relationship.
I mean, this is the amount of stories: Star Trek, X-Men, just all kind. He's knighted. Yeah, and then
He's knighted.
Exactly, ignited it, and he can knight.
When you ask him where to nut at, he's gonna be like out there.
but I'm marrying DeVito if I'm doing it.
Oh, you're gonna marry DeVito?
I'm marrying. If it's me, I'm taking DeVito, just because I think it's a good time. Like like a
he's
bunch
so
of adventures.
Short though, that's the problem. I'm like, you ever
Yeah.
since he was in Batman when
I'm
he
like
was
a baby.
penguin, that's all like the penguin.
Oh, we love him, and I love him, and Always Sunny. Man, he's my.
That show is so funny. Like, there's I can't let you peach shows. You can't get sick of that show.
Yeah.
All the
all right,
killing.
I got one.
Okay.
It was I'm gonna go action hero based.
All right.
Okay.
All right, and it's gonna be in how their age now.
Okay.
So like 80s action heroes that are old. now.
Right. Their age now.
Chuck Norris,
Okay.
Arnold Schwarzenegger,
Okay.
Sylvester Stallone.
Oh God. Okay. I'm gonna. Okay. So, I'd fuck Chuck Norris. It's gonna be a fucking crazy time. Like, there's absolutely no. But here's the thing.
Yeah.
Why would he just fuck himself? Like, would it be like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
True.
Him,
You can't fuck Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris fucks himself.
Yeah. Can you fuck Chuck Norris? Like, let's see here. And then I would probably kill Sylvester Arnold Schwarzenegger because he just looks like a sweet old man now, and he's got he's got his horses and stuff that just come in his house.
But he was slaying back in the day.
Apparently,
Like, he
wasn't
was
he a porn star at some point? Like he had a short.
No, Stallone was a porn star. Stallone did a porno.
He did one. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how.
And
Before,
but
yeah.
But Schwarzenegger was a groper. He was Me Tooing people before Me Too became a thing.
Jesus.
Or I
Oh.
mean, maybe not to that extreme.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say that extreme,
Right.
like a Weinstein, but like I knew he was like groping people, going at them, and like,
How?
Imagine that's exactly how it sounds.
What he's fucking?
I'm going to ejaculate. I want you to tell me what to do it.
Who's your daddy?
Yeah. Who did that?
Oh my God.
How do you want it?
Oh my God. It's a little bit weird.
Who's your celebrity
Ah.
crush? Who's the one guy
Ah.
or girl that's just like, man, if you get a hall pass, who's it gonna be?
Okay, like weird. Well, first of all, Johnny Depp is one of them. He's always fucking je ne sais quoi. But Jeff Bridges.
Jeff Bridges.
Really?
Yes.
That's a good pick.
Wow,
From
that's
the Big
right.
Lebowski, Big Lebowski, dude. That movie fucking
Yeah.
is
Okay.
one of my favorite
Dude.
movies. Like,
Yeah.
All right, the dude
dude,
would get
also
Nice.
in like Tron, like I thought about Jeff Bridges. I don't know, man. I'm just like
That's a badass movie.
Original Tron or the remake?
original.
number
him,
two.
him and yeah,
Or number two?
exactly. Like him and an original. Like he was a good looking, still a good
Yeah,
looking
he's
man.
a
But
handsome
you know,
He's a badass
he's
actor. He's like,
I don't know.
Yeah,
He's such
he's
a
a
good
great
actor.
actor.
Yeah,
he is,
I
and I'm
agree.
like
There's
Jeff
that new
Bridges.
movie. I haven't seen it.
When people
so Jeff
hear
Bridges is the guy.
that, I'm like, they're like, what? Like, I don't even care if he's like 80. I'd be like,
He'd
go.
get it.
let's just, yeah,
Dude, the dude would
exactly.
get it.
Like,
It's like me and
Do the
Mariah Carey. I don't care.
man.
I don't care what anyone has to say. Me and Mariah Carey. I love
right? You're like, I don't care.
Right.
Come on.
Mariah.
Fuck it.
What are your guys' crushes, Mariah Carey? And then what about you two?
I don't know if I have a crush.
I got
No.
a few.
Mariah Carey will always be my baby.
Mm.
She'll always be your baby. All right. A crush. I don't know. I don't know of a specific celebrity crush.
Mine fluctuates. It's like a flavor of the week every time.
Okay, I'll say.
Okay.
Somebody who's been like, this is my very first crush ever.
Yeah.
Winona Ryder.
All right.
She
Yo,
would
right?
still-
Right? Like, she's good in Stranger Things too. Have you guys watched her?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love
Okay.
Stranger
Yeah, we love
Okay.
it. Yeah.
I have only seen half
okay.
the first season.
What?
You gotta watch it. You gotta watch it.
Yeah.
Missing out. You need to watch it. So
I know.
good.
I know. Trust me. I've been hearing it enough
Let's
from these
stop
two.
It's so good.
What?
I was adamantly
fuck?
against it for a while because I couldn't get into it, but then everyone had to rewatch like the first 2 seasons, and I fell in love with it. Eddie
Yeah.
Munson
Yeah, the
is a unique.
aesthetics, the 80s, I think they like nailed it. I was like, oh,
Yeah, the
this is so
music.
nostalgia. Such a good show. But yeah, Winona
So you're an
Ryder.
80s baby?
Mhm. I'm 39.
Oh no
I was born
shit!
in 83. 83. I'm an 80s baby.
I still don't believe it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
No, 83. I'm like, Mom, was it true? Certificate? No, yeah. 83. I've been around since like,
Nice.
let me tell you, dial-up internet. That was a fucking. I was waiting until someone picked up.
That was a fucking
phone.
nightmare. Watching pictures
was.
download in slow
You'd be like,
motion.
God, and then like your parents would pick up the phone, and you're like, fuck. Like, playing Oregon Trails. Like, come on.
Oh,
Oregon
shit,
Trail
yeah.
was a shit.
Yeah,
that was
good.
my shit
Right?
for sure.
Some people
Literally.
missed out on that. I know people
the
like
best.
close to our age that never played it.
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah.
What was your thought on the Johnny Depp thing? Because I know you said Johnny Depp was like your je ne sais quoi.
Always like, even when it was like a thing back in the day, like when it first happened, I understand like, you know, women get abused all the time, but so do men. It's like absolutely no way. I was like, there's no way this man person. Obviously, he had reactive abuse in the situation. I've been because there's nothing else you can do when somebody's pushing the limit other than to react, and you end up do abusively all you can do because you're trying to defend yourself. But like, I always was like, team, absolutely not.
Agreed.
Like,
You were team Johnny Depp right from the get-go, huh?
like literally, like even just like listening, lining up, and I'm like, and like even watching the trial, I can tell that she was like, obviously things happened. They both were, but like, yeah, no.
You know, for an actress, she did a terrible job.
Well, that's why they got rid of her in Aquaman.
Yeah, I know. I was about to say too.
That's why they got
She's
rid of her.
never been a good actress. Like, she's never been. Even forget what movie she's in. Like I rewatched. What I got? I can't even think
The Rum
of the movie
Diaries.
now. Yeah, that one, and also Pineapple Express. Like she's in that one
Oh,
too.
she was in that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember her in that fucking movie.
She was.
She
was,
is Seth Green's
dude's girlfriend.
I remember the girlfriend. I don't remember Amber
Yeah.
Heard's face.
To be
Exactly,
fair, she was
remember
a younger Amber Heard. She didn't
person
really look the
was.
way she does now.
I was like, she just never really stuck out for me. I'm like, this movie.
Just YouTube.
I was like,
I can, but I just every
I
time you guys say that
don't
she was in
want to.
Pineapple Express, I don't remember it. I really don't remember it. And I
Yeah.
know what you're talking about. I know the character. I just
To be
for some
fair,
reason it's
she,
just a blank face.
To be fair, she is forgettable as an actress.
To be fair, I mean, when you're pooping on somebody's bed to get back, like I said, I'm not in this. Like I said, scat play. Like, what do you process goes through your head, and you're like, I'm gonna shit on your bed.
You know what? That's kind of a turn on.
Yeah.
How do you
Like,
look back at your toilet?
All right, I got a question for you then. I have a question for you, Salem. Let's just say in a hypothetical situation, Johnny Depp hits you up and wants a private session with you via web chat or, OnlyFans or whatever, and he wants to scat play.
God, rock out of here. I'd still say no. Like, it's a hard no. I don't care who you are. there's no my anxiety. There's no way my body would be allowing it to happen anymore. Stage fright. I'd be like, nothing's happening, man. Like, you want me to
immediately tighten up?
Like, I can melt some chocolate and we can pretend.
Even then, just the thought of that's what's going on is just
that's the thing. Like, I don't care if you're the hottest guy in the world. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I mean, even if he sends you Metamucil.
Yeah, even that, like, just on top. It's like, please, like, absolutely not.
I want
Off
to
the wall. Well, yeah, exactly.
with you.
That's a hard no. That's a hard no.
Yeah. He's like, Salem.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Watch me poop.
What
Salem.
character he wants. Yeah, here's the thing. Like, I'd watch him, but like, I wouldn't do it. Okay, sure. If you want to show me your chocolate river, let's go. I'll watch. I mean, you were like a Willy Wonka. I mean, like.
That was a good one.
Yeah. With his south mouth on screen and shit.
Yeah. Good morning, sunshine.
Yeah.
Oh.
Look at this Oompa Loompa.
Oh, that's great.
Oh my.
It'd be even weirder if he Jack Sparrow.
God, right?
Or Edward Scissorhands.
Oh man,
you would be the master of pinching it off.
It'd be with precise action. Oh man, be careful! You cut yourself open.
Yeah.
Big girls
you got a
have
bleeder.
a hard time.
Yeah, right. How does he wipe?
You'd have to have a bidet at that point. Like, if you're Edward Scissorhands,
For sure.
Yeah.
You have a bidet.
You still want your tarot card reading?
Oh, you do tarot cards, right? No, I mean it was just since
But
she does them. You do tarot cards, right?
I do like my own actually done readings for other people. I pull cards to see how my day is going. Like, I can pull cards, but I'm not the best for people. I don't want to give you.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's
Somebody,
like
go ahead.
It's like you do that to see how your day is gonna go, and
Yeah, so it's like I believe in like spiritual stuff. Like, I believe that like energy doesn't die. It doesn't. So I do believe reality and ghosts and things, just because like I'm ghost in my day and age. So I will pull cards, see if my life is going the way that it's supposed to be going, and I fucking shit. The last relationship I was in, we both were just more shittier than whatever. But anyways, like, cards all the time. Like, I pull my cards all the time, and there's this one space. It's the broom, and I don't know what it is in other tarot decks. It's basically that you need to sweep something out of your life.
Mm-hmm.
And I would be like, I'm not gonna get it, and I'd shuffle, and it would be like, I could just know. I'm like, I'm getting a fucking broom. I'm like, ah! And I'm like, maybe it's something. And then sure shit not. As soon as like things are like gone now, and he's moved out completely, and that's why basically I was like pulling my cards, and it was like, you're on the right path. Like, I didn't get the broom. It's like, I was like, perfect. oh, I was like, maybe I'll.
What kind of deck do you use? Is it the White Rider deck or?
It is a Wiccan one.
A Wiccan one?
I
do you
Wiccan one.
Wicca?
I'm learning to get into it because actually my parents were telling me because they did the ancestry stuff. My dad's really into a descendant from witches from Salem. So I don't know, like
Hence
actually
from
Salem. Yeah, exactly. Hence the name Salem. Start actually getting more into it because when I was younger, I was really into it. You know, just boyfriends or people being like, "This isn't real," or they'd be like, "You're crazy," and then I just, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Okay, so now I'm just like back on like on bullshit and like I don't give a shit about what other people say. And I'm like I'm relearning and like basically starting all over of like how to do things, this thing, that.
So I'd be kind of interested in that, like not interested in practicing, but just like what is the core tenet beliefs of that? Because I know there's a lot of misconceptions about like witches, so to speak, and like who practice Wicca.
I mean, like from what my understanding is, and just like from what I've been told, just like Mother Earth, like be good to one another. Like it's just because like I mean there are bad witches out there, but like for me, it's just being one with nature. With what I'm trying to connected to that, like, but again, I'm relearning everything. But that's just what I know that you're supposed to be doing, practicing good stuff.
Kind of like the golden rule type thing. Do others what? Yeah, gotcha.
Well, yeah, exactly, because it won't harm onto others. Just know it's going to come back on you threefold. It's just like, I mean, like I fucked around with some like bad shit back in the day, and definitely came back on me. Like it's probably why I was like, oh, there it is. There's my.
Were you on that Damien Eccles like vibe?
I played with the weed. I played with a Ouija board when I was younger, like a few times. And like I was like fake, da 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 da. No, it's not.
Oh, okay,
absolutely
gotcha.
Not.
Yeah, I don't think I'd ever do that.
I've never touched the Ouija board. I don't think
I would.
I'm too superstitious.
I think I've done it once. I don't remember though. I remember seeing it. I just don't remember what happened. So
there you paste. You're like, ah.
So I may have been involved in it. I don't know, but who knows?
Now you said you experienced some ghosts back in the day too?
Yeah, and like even in my house now. Well, okay, so I have this little ghost that usually just follows me around, but like he hadn't been around for a while, and I think it's because of the fact here. And he was like, "Yo, you have enough to deal with. I'm gonna just like someone else for a little bit, and then I'll come back and check on you." But like be times that like me and my friends would be sitting on like said couch that's no longer, and I would have pictures on my walls, and like they would just fly off the wall, and they'd just be like, ah, like what the fuck? Interesting. And it's like on one of my first TikToks, like me and my dog were sitting in my bedroom one day, and like my door starts moving. Okay, it's probably my furnace that kicked on or something, right? Like, and like my furnace isn't on. There's no wind and anything, and like the door's like making this weird ass fucking motion, like someone's moving it. Cool.
That is creepy.
Dude, like that. And then the next day, I go into the room and I like look at the wall by the door. Tiny handprint of like this little demon-y type handprint. And decided to like, be like, hey, what the fuck size is this little weird ass gremlin hand? I was like, okay. And it's like one of my first TikToks that I posted. I was like, well, this is interesting. Like, okay.
Yeah. Shit bricks.
Yeah, man. Like, I
remember one time I was what's it called? It was at night and I was about to go upstairs. And for whatever reason, I could have sworn I saw somebody up the stairs. And I thought it was my wife. But like, no, it was too tall, first off.
Oh,
and like my wife has like really curly hair.
Yeah.
So like if her hair is down, it's gonna be kind of just like poofing out a little bit, right?
Yeah.
So and there was just a round head there, right? I look up and I had to do a double take because I could have sworn I saw it there. And then I was thinking maybe it was a shadow, but I'm like, no, that don't make no fucking sense. That was clearly a fucking person.
Wait a minute.
And I had to change my underwear after that.
And like that's the thing. When I become a ghost, I'm definitely gonna be and doing shit like that too, just standing there being like it's the worst too, because that's where my like laundry room is. And even at night, you know how you do that thing where you're like walking in the basement and you're like, no. It's like you start running up the stairs. You know what I mean? You're just like, always.
Yeah, I've had experiences.
Ooh.
I had a condo a good while back. Plenty of things happened there. Plenty of things. I think I spoke about it in one of the podcasts. No?
Go for it.
Don't remember.
Go ahead.
I would like to hear. I wasn't on that podcast.
There's a few stories.
Exactly.
Okay, so
Salem wants to hear it, man. Don't be
so I had barely moved in here, and it was like it was an apartment kind of complex kind of building that it was gutted out, and they were selling each apartment as condos. And so at that time, out of the whole building, there was like only out of 10 apartments or condos, only 3 people were living there. I bought and 2 others, and they weren't. One was across the hall, but the other one was like on a different floor. It was like a next door thing. It was one building but 2 entrances. Anyway, there was nobody next to me, and we just moved in. I had a couch and my living room. It was I was working on kind of getting furniture and all that.
Yeah.
So the TV was like on the floor, and we're watching TV, and we're both kind of like this, and I feel we hear a knock, 3 knocks, and it was this thing. It was like it felt like they knocked on the frame of the couch. So like you could feel the vibration of the knocks.
God.
And I looked over at her and I was like, "Was that you?" She goes, "How could it have been me?" We're both kind of like, we were both like this because I don't know if it's cold or what, but yeah, it was neither of us, and there was definitely 3 knocks. So that was the first thing. There was a bunch of things that happened. There was one particularly creepy one. I'll get into it real quick. I had a newborn in the house, and we had a baby monitor, and the baby monitor, his room was right next to my room, but the baby monitor, it wouldn't work very well. Excuse me. It wouldn't work really well just between the 2 rooms. I'd always have to keep messing with the channels and the little frequency thing. There was the building next door. It was abandoned. There was nobody living there. It was during 2008, 2009. There was like that housing market crash, so a lot of foreclosures.
Yeah.
And at that time, I didn't even have my neighbor across the hall anymore.
Okay.
So we didn't have.
Shit.
Yeah, and then my kid will wake up around 6:30, 7:30 sometimes. And he had a really distinctive cry, like you could tell it was him. Well, this morning it was like 5:30 in the morning, and we hear a baby cry, and I'm like, oh, I gotta get up. And then like as I'm getting up, I realize that it doesn't sound like Jake, and I put the thing down, and I put the volume down, and I don't hear any crying in the next room. And mind you, I barely have any neighbors. Nobody has a newborn near me.
You're like, I'm not picking up
monitor,
random single.
The monitor barely works across the room, like next room over. How am I going to pick up any other signal, right?
Oh my god!
And so I put it back up, and I'm like, I'm listening, and it's definitely a different baby crying. And then I hear stomping. I'm serious. I hear stomping, and then the door kind of go, and I hear shut up. And at that moment, I get up, I run to my kid's room. I swear to God, I'm not fucking lying. I don't
think you are.
I run to my kid's room, and then he's asleep, and I just grab him, bring him back, and I never used that monitor again. It freaked me the fuck out.
And you were sober at the time?
I was sober. It was 5:30 in the morning. I had just gone to sleep.
Monitors
I had to work
and things like that. Yeah, that's how they can communicate, is through like that kind of stuff. It's like goodbye. That's fucking terrified. The demon's just like what the fuck?
It did
like,
not.
holy shit.
It was not Jacob. It was not Jacob.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
crazy.
creepy. That's like skinwalker type
Fuck
shit.
all that.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass on that. Oh my god, that's creepy.
Yeah.
You trump my stories for sure.
That little creep.
Your ghost is looking like Casper right now.
literally. As long as my guy is just like doing some weird shit and knocking. Sometimes Bella will be sitting in the room and she's like,
Yeah.
I'm like, where the fuck are you watching?
Too.
And then she just like it's like the ghost is like doing something to like bug her, and I'm like, okay. Like,
The weird shit my dog does is just walk up the stairs backwards.
What?
That is weird.
Yeah, my dog will just walk up the stairs backwards. No fucking reason.
Like some exorcist shit.
I don't know. Like he'll I got a German Shepherd Collie mix.
German Shepherd, man.
Yeah, so he's got a big old schnoz like a German Shepherd, but then he's just very hairy like a collie.
That is so cute.
Yeah. Yeah, my dog just goes up the stairs backwards. That's about it.
Like that.
Like rewind.
Yeah.
Since the beginning of time, he was so much fun.
Yeah. No, he'll go down. He normally goes down the stairs like up and down, like, you know, head first, but every once in a while he'll just go up backwards. Like
maybe it's when he sees the ghost that you saw.
Probably.
Yeah, he's like, I gotta back up,
maybe.
man. I can't have my back to him. I'm gonna come. Absolutely.
Right.
Yeah, it's like that Mario thing.
I ain't turning my back on this bitch.
You know what I'm talking
about? Absolutely not. I'm gonna go this way.
Oh, there's some crazy stories, man.
What about you, Carlos? Have you ever had an experience? I think there was
Shit, are you
more.
crazy? This pale skin, I am the ghost.
I was the one haunting you.
Yeah. I am the afterlife.
That's why he's always hanging out over here. He's trying to be your ghost.
I know, right?
You literally.
He's trying to be your Patrick Swayze.
Baby monitor.
Fucking the mud plate.
Exactly.
I gotta get one for right here.
Yeah.
Oh my god. The movie is classic though. I fucking love Patrick Swayze. Tu Wong Fu, thanks for everything. Julie Newmar. That's
Oh yeah.
movie.
Oh, for sure.
Anything Patrick Swayze did, I loved. I loved Roadhouse, and people hate that movie.
I liked Roadhouse.
I love
would hate
Roadhouse.
Roadhouse.
Swayze, he has
People-
some really good stuff.
People you don't associate with, okay?
Clearly.
For instance, like when people don't like the Big Lebowski, I'm like, I can't be friends with Riz.
I agree.
Come on.
Like,
I don't understand it. I don't want to know you. Feel like you don't get it. You don't.
are you into the MCU at all? Are you into the MCU at all? The Marvel Comic Universe or Marvel Cinematic Universe?
I like Marvel. I was like, wait a minute, MCU. I'm like, I know this. Yeah, but like DC, I'm a Marvel person.
Yeah.
Okay.
DC's about like my favorite is Deadpool. Like
Nice.
Deadpool.
I
I mean,
good
when he
Deadpool.
was
I feel
in
like
like,
you cosplay.
pardon?
Do you cosplay? I could see you cosplaying.
No, but I want to get like that's the thing. Like I want to actually get into it. I'm just like man, this so. I want to cosplay Deadpool though. So that's the one thing I want to do though. But like come out as Deadpool.
Yeah.
People will be like, what? That's amazing.
Got to hit up that guy who played the Hulk.
Literally. Yeah. Literally. It's like, I just said, where did you get your outfit from?
Where'd you get your
Need
outfit? Because I'm
Yeah, I'm about to hit up that game myself. I'm about that life now. Come on.
I wonder if that guy's got like a bunch of clothes where all the crotch is cut out.
Could you imagine he passes away and they're doing like an estate sale? And they're like, oh my god, this costume would be great. Be like why is there a
Why is there's always a hole in the front and back?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like just go to the bathroom a lot. Like, like Jesus. Exactly. No, I definitely want to get into cosplay. Deadpool would be good. Definitely.
Hey, well, Salem, thank you so much for being on the show. We had a blast interviewing you, and we hope to have you back again soon.
For sure.
Where can people find you? You want to plug your stuff? Like,
well, TikTok,
check you out?
Salem Sinner. So Salem and Instagram is the same username. Salem under, and then the chili site, same name.
For sure. Pepper site.
Yeah, exactly. It's very generic. You can find me on everything with my name there.
We'll put it in the description.
Do you come to the States
we'll
at
put it in
all?
the description.
I'm working on getting my passport actually in the mail, so I will be.
Well, when
I
if
have
you're
my
ever
passport.
coming into Chicago and you want to do a live show with us, hang out with us live, let us
That'd be
know.
dope.
Hell
Be
yeah,
cool to have you back.
for sure.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much. And you can check us out on Instagram, SOS Podcast 4. You got the Unicorn in Human Form, Arkham 2442, and then you got Hans Brotansky. And what are we on? We're on TikTok as well, aren't we?
We are on TikTok, but we have literally no content.
Yeah,
All right.
no,
Yeah,
we don't
so
do
don't
that.
look
I
there
probably,
for our stuff.
yeah.
But if you like this show, you like the episode, you like our content here on YouTube, like, share, subscribe, and check out Salem for sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. You have a great day.
All right.
Bye.